Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Diane the Invisible. And I've done a couple other videos for her. The most recent, the narcissists never waste their time with you and never count on the narcissist's will. Hi, Ollie. Thank you for validating invisible people like me. Validation is what everyone needs, basically. Thank you for removing some of my pain. I have no friends in real life, nor have I have any from my past 60 years on my mother's planet. It's not your mother's planet. Your mother doesn't control the planet. You're giving her too much power. You're giving her the power of a god. We moved a lot, so I was entirely centered on my mother from the start, like a god. I once tried to tell her the effect of going to 13 schools in 11 years. She distracted me by arguing that it was 12 schools, not 13. Typical tactic. Argue over the minutia, not the point. It's not the point. Whether it was 12, 10, like you move a kid that much, it fucks him up. That's the point. With a mother like that, you can easily see I was traumatically bonded to her and starved for validation. My husband at 25 years has limited emotional support or understanding about this. I have to work around him. Alarmingly, I can see he uses narc tactics at times. My responses have changed much. He has to deal with the new confident and validated me now. A few days later, stressed out from a conflict with a neighbor, my husband verbally lashed out at me. The neighbor started with me, he says. His list of resentments usually follows when his distress turns to anger. I have just recently been able to find my feet regarding CPTSD. I shed guilt with my mother and went very limited contact with all my family. I'm mourning a new void in my life. The relationship with my narc mother and the rest is over. I feel very much alone in the world now. With the help of these videos, I have experienced moments of introgation and occasional remission of incapacitating dissociation disorder, which has disabled me since childhood. Wow. I was too traumatized to excel in my profession. I was often in a walking blackout, but sober and awake. I left home at 18 with zero confidence or self-esteem and crushed with guilt. I feel extremely guilty for underperforming in life. This is my weak spot. I am home and alone always. No friends, no family. Out in the woods in a foreign country with my unhappy husband. I do have my own money. He ripped to shreds what little I am and do. He has had it with my watching narc videos or TV shows in English. He is sick of hearing about Trump on the CNN. He wants me to stop taking the large amount of antidepressant and anti-anxiety medication that have eased my CPTSD. At least these days he cannot be mad at me for drinking. I do not cook, wash clothes, or do dishes. I was doing these things fine, but he took over, deciding to stop using this dishwasher and wash up by hand with cold water. Okay, I was annoyed, but backed off. Next, he inserted himself into my laundry work. Oh, dread. He had no idea how to do it. I was angry, but backed off. I do not like eating meat, but cooked it for the resident carnivores. But lately, he began buying specific foods he wanted. He declined my offers to prepare them. Now my cooking and shopping chores are taken from me. This last stuff is okay with me because I prefer not to leave the house and the smell of cooking meat makes me sick. There is not much for me to do. Living in this little foreign village has been an endurance test in surviving solitude and fending off depression. I feel massively guilty at being so useless. I am 60 and married to this man most of my adult life. I do not want that to change. I am resigned to working around him. I feel stressed when he is here. I don't know what to say or do with myself. Happily, he is away for 6 days, and relief should soon come. Before leaving, he kissed me, and I was surprised. I was feeling sad about his outburst the night before. He had moved on. The kiss was a reset, but it did not work. I still feel destroyed. I feel distrust. I feel sad at the damage he ignores. I feel lonely and anxious. Self-doubt is creeping in. What can I do to fix this? Take my chores back, yes. Be happy when he returns, yep. Can fake it till I make it and move on. Love him and try to be tougher inside. My whole world has shaken by his anger. He has said sorry and tried to reset with a kiss. That was annoying. I feel vulnerable and alone. The sick stress in my gut is back, and I will not drink it away. Now I just inhale deeply and try to rebalance my inner life, but I feel alone in the world. Please do not urge me to leave him. I am dependent on him in daily life and do not want to start over with a new person. What is needed is encouragement and strategies and emotional support. Best regards, Diane the Invisible. Your problem is, Diane, you need somebody, a God in your life at all times. It's funny, at 60, you're begging me not to, I have no magic answer for you. Do you know why? Because you're miserable. Because you're miserable there. And anything I'm going to tell you while you're sitting there is pointless. You're miserable around him. He's miserable around you. Okay? You can't fake it. No, you can't fake it till you make it with narcissism. You have to take a big step and figure out who the hell you are, Diane. Okay, that your first thought is to latch on to I can't start over with someone else. Well, Jesus Christ, you're 60. Why don't you got to get a grasp on who you are first. Your mother has made you constantly dependent on someone else. Makes your world revolve around someone else. You can't even think of living without someone else. That's scary. That's dangerous. No, you can't fake it till you make it. He's taking this stuff away from you to try to isolate you. He's going to make some kind of move on you himself, whether it be he's going to try to divorce you or leave you, he's cheating on you, or he's going to try to have you deemed insane. Okay? He's doing this stuff for a reason. Excuse me. And I don't think any of them are good. He's trying to get you off your antidepressants. He's trying to get you away from narcissism videos because he sees it as a threat. Okay, there's no balance with this, and you're going to have to figure out if you can beg me to urge you not to leave him all you want. You can urge me, but you know the reason you're telling me not to do that is because you already know that's the answer. There's no coping mechanism because you can't stand him. The thought of him coming home stresses you out. He wants to take you off your antidepressants. You can't fake it till you make it, Diane. You have to figure out who you are. At 60 years old, you don't have a clue. You don't have a clue. But no, you cannot fake it till you make it. And nothing changes until you change your situation. You can take back the chores, but that's going to cause fights. That's what he wants. He wants the battle over it. Then you're crazy. Then he can keep you all tied up. You can't fake it till you make it. So, I hope that helps. Thank you for your contribution and your story. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comments section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, or a Facebook live chat, or you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it sponsored, growing, and expanding, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you, this all goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been The Narcissistic Resistance.